her crib. She goes get on the toilet, told me to come in there. Her fat ass all wrapped around the toilet. You know, she's thick and juicy and everything. And telling me to sit there and talk to her. I'm saying, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
You brother.
Yeah.
Come on. Why would you tell me that punk? That's some punk shit you saying, man.
Are you a alcoholic? Spitting game to a lady. Will you take a grip tonight? Can you keep a loose one, baby? Even if it takes all night. All night in the club. Will you stay down tonight? Until you come up.
Remember the 5 no's. That's part of the free shit I give you. No apology, no fear, no shame, no disrespect, and no regrets. These are the 5 no's you need to have as part of your belief. No apology, no fear, no shame, no disrespect, and no regrets. Implement them in your life as soon as you can, goddammit. Hey, I see there's a few of you guys on here, and I hope, just like the last few shows, you guys don't be scared to hit that one. Call the number 657-383-0809. Press 1, and we can kick it. Now, my course been on sale, and I told you guys that I was gonna take it off, and I mean, I guess I'm taking it off. But I mean, the sooner you hit me, if you ask me about it, I might still do it for you. Because I ain't really just took it off. I haven't put it up that it's over. But it is over because August was the last of it. But shit, hit me and mention it, and you might still get action. That's just how I do things. Everything is for you. Check out both of the sites. AskRosebudd.com and DownandDirty101.com. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff on there. Restricted number. I don't like you guys, but fuck it. What's up? What's up, restricted number?
Rosebud. Treyon from Japan, man.
Trey, what's happening? I like you, man. What's happening?
Man, what's happening is, man, I'm good. I got those 2 new products that you sent me.
How you like
the body language? Good, man. I got through the body language already, and as a matter of fact, I was listening to the body language while I was in Starbucks. And a woman came and sat. Next to me while I was listening to it, and I used some of the shit that I was listening to at that moment with her.
Man.
And it worked.
I was finna say, if that shit had to work, man, let me hear about it. Let everybody hear about it. What did you actually... Now, this is a brother that's been fucking with me for a little while, got all my shit. He still has questions here and there. But the main thing is he's in Japan. And you hear he's not Japanese. So let me hear how this went, man. Come on, let's hear it.
So first things first, I saw her walking, right? I didn't make eye contact with her, but I could see that she was looking at me. And this thought popped into my mind, she's going to sit next to me. So somehow I knew she was going to do that. Anyway, she sat next to me, and I could see that she wasn't really doing anything. She was just kind of sipping her drink. So I just turned to her and I said hello, and we started talking. And as we were talking, I noticed that she was essentially facing me, right? Her legs were her legs were together, but not crossed, and kind of facing towards me. And her eyes were locked on, like she was just staring right into my eyes.
Okay, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Look, you said a lot of important shit, man, just now. First, we got to dissect this, Treyon. This is going to help you. First, you noticed all of this stuff. You said that you somehow knew she was going to sit next to you. You
that's
remember,
the thing that I can't work out.
Hold on. Remember in the chorus where I told you, man, you're going to get to where you can will a woman to do something you want. You might not realize it, but you probably, through all this concentration, willed her. Because I think it's in part 2 that I explained to you that when you get really into this shit, you're going to be able to will a woman to do what you want to do. You're going to be able to will her to come over to you and speak to you or whatever. But now that's one thing. Now the other thing you said that you noticed was that she was sitting, facing you. Now you listening to the body language right now as she sit down, right?
Yeah, and I was taking notes.
Okay, so what did you think? What did you think her facing you meant?
Well, I knew she was interested straight away.
Otherwise, as soon as you seen that, you put in your mind she was interested, right?
Right, okay.
Now, wait. Did that thought relax you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
listen
made me...
to me.
Right.
Listen to me, bro. You got to understand with seeing what you know, developing how it makes you feel when you converse. So what I'm saying is you're seeing all these things, even though they're little things. They're really little things, but they fucking big things because of the way they make you think. All right, now she's sitting towards you, and you notice that her legs weren't crossed. So all of this made you feel that she was giving you action, right?
Yeah.
All right, now go ahead. Tell me what you do, man, after you seen that her legs weren't crossed.
So I started talking to her, and while we were talking, she complimented me and said I had really nice eyes. And so we kept talking, and I accepted that compliment. I didn't really dwell on it. I just said thank you and kept going with the conversation.
Right.
But then later, as I noticed that she was just really intently making eye contact with me, I stopped and I said to her, I can see you're really staring at, deep into my eyes kind of thing. I couldn't, in my Japanese level that I've got, I said, I can see that you're making strong eye contact with me. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I noticed that registered with her. She liked it.
So go, man. Go on. Let me get some more, man.
All right. So we're talking, and she was waiting for her friend to come. This was Saturday night, so they were going out drinking. Her friend comes, and her friend had already had a couple of drinks, and her friend was all over me, man. She was touching me, but I wasn't, I didn't really want to give her too much attention because, it's like I was talking. So what I was doing is I was talking to her, but I was addressing the one that I really liked, like you say, right?
Go ahead. I'm seeing you play your head, man. Come on.
So the one that had a couple of drinks, she asked me, like, what do you do for work? Are you working here in Japan? What are you doing? So anyway, I answered her the first time. I told her I'm studying Japanese, but I'm also working. And then, like 2 or 3 minutes later, she asked me the same question. And then at that point, I slammed her, man. I'm like, not, in a nice way, but I'm like, well, were you listening to what I said before? Because, you already asked me that. How many drinks have you had so far? And then the friend that I liked, she was kind of getting embarrassed, like her friend was embarrassing her, right? But I looked at her and I said, well, you've got a good memory, don't you? Because you remember everything that I said. And so anyway, at that point, she's worried that her friend's making a fool of her, right? So she wants to scoop her friend up and get out of there. And I gave her my card and I said, give me a call. And she said something about me understanding Japanese text, right? So she wanted to text me. And I'm like, no, give me a call. That was on Saturday night. So actually, I didn't hear from her yesterday. So,
Hey, Saturday night was last night. This is Sunday. Shit.
Not in Japan, man.
Oh, okay.
It's Monday in Japan.
Oh, it's Monday in Japan. All right. Hey. So listen, you guys. The reason why I wanted him stay on trail. The reason why I wanted him to explain what he was doing based on what he was getting from that tool is to emphasize real time how it works, what it does for you when you see what you're doing work. I'm telling you, man, when I say stuff and I'm doggone trying to flirt or whatever, and I can see it tickle whoever I'm talking to, and they're like, that kind of shit. That shit spurs me on. That shit makes me think that what I'm doing is right, so I do it more. And the way you were acting, Treyon, I mean, I'm sure it's you, but the more you saw it was cool to be you, the more you was doing you, right?
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah.
Yeah, in hindsight. But I want it to be in foresight. I want it to be in your mind as you're doing it. But you have to see it in hindsight first. You have to see it in hindsight so that you can actually see that it does happen, and it does happen right as you're doing what you're doing. And this is when you understand you got the goddamn skill. When you're able to look at it. When you're able to look at it in real time and do what you think and see what you think working and get that thrill and keep going, which is what you're going to be doing, man. That was fucking dope. Come on, man. Did you have a question or did you just want to stoke me so I'm going to be talking shit the rest of the goddamn show?
Let me ask you this question, man. The first thing I told you is when I saw her out of the corner of my eye, that thing popped into my head where it said she's going to sit next to you. Now, I know this sounds crazy, man, but it's not that it was a voice in my head, but I didn't make that thought. It just popped in.
And so, what is the question?
Well, the question is that how it works, or can you originate that thought and it has the same effect?
See, everything has a genesis. Everything has a beginning. And you're very fortunate that it happened one night and you're able to talk to me the next night. Because what I'm saying is it will happen just like that, pop into your head. Now, the thing you got to watch out for is trying to make those thoughts pop into your head.
Okay.
As long as you don't try to make
doing in the past.
Huh? Well,
that's what I was doing in the past. No. What I'm saying is, you have to see when you was walking, without you knowing it. See, you was wide open right then. You was really scoping. Now you ain't looking at no particular woman, but then this one catches your attention, and something about her made you say, "God damn, if she come in Starbucks, she coming up to me." Now, that's the same goddamn shit I be doing when I say I'm gonna reach over this woman. Excuse me, I'm gonna get this drink, and I reach over her, and then I say, "Jesus Christ, you smell good," and then I don't even wait for her to say shit because I know if she like me, she coming up before I get out of that store. She coming up to me while I'm in line or something. And when she does, it just makes me know that what I am about to say is going to strike her the way I want to strike her. So otherwise, I knew what to do because something told me to do it without me thinking. See, this is how you become a motherfucker, man. You do shit without thinking to do it. But you have to think to do shit first before it becomes natural. So
to answer your question, is yes and no. Yes, it has to happen like that initially, and that's how it happens. A thought will pop into your head. You think it's from nowhere, but then after 3-4 times you doing this shit, you're gonna realize, like way before somebody do anything, you're gonna realize, oh yeah, I'm out scoping. You know, you're just gonna realize it. Instead of saying, let me grab my jacket because I'm gonna go out and scope me some bitches. Instead of saying that shit, it's going to become a natural thing to you when you grab your jacket. You know when you go outside, you're going to be scoping bitches. You know that. It's natural. Therefore, all of that thought, all that energy that you need to think that shit is gone. It's freed up. You know,
right.
You don't have to waste that energy. So now that energy is really it's sort of giving you an aura. And without you trying to, if this woman gets in your presence, she's going to be attracted. Now, she could have seen you before you seen her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Before you went in Starbucks, she could have saw you. And she could have said, look at that motherfucker. You know, I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But what I like to do is imagine what happened. And I always imagine some really plus shit for me, so it sparks me, you know, to talk. So when I last thing I was talking about reaching over this lady, when I reached over her, I don't even drink the drink that I'm reaching to get. I'm just reaching so I could lean over and fake taking a sniff and so I could compliment her the way she smelled, because I know everything has to be played. You have to always be playing. You can't just now. You can let a woman slip up on you. You ain't had shit on your mind, and you didn't even see her coming. And next thing you know, she's saying, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. And you could turn around. And you could at that point, you know, be surprised, but you won't be, because you think you're aura calling bitches all the time. You become this is a bad thing to say, self-centered at that point.
Right.
You know, everything is about you, and you think it's about you. And whoever is driving by is looking at you, standing at the corner to cross the street. You just know that. And people are, and when you really get in that position, when you get to that point, that's when your ass is really having that capability of having an aura. Because when you don't give it's not that you don't care, but when you don't give a fuck about shit, because your shit to you is tight, and you ain't really tripping about who this bitch is turning the corner in front of you as you cross the street. But you know if you make eye contact with her, she gonna pull over. You think that. You just think it. And if you make eye contact and she don't, so fucking what? What you supposed to do is make yourself be positive. And the way you make yourself be positive is to think of the things that are in your control. So it's not when the girl making a turn and you're in the crosswalk, it's not in your control to make her look at you. But it is in your control to think that she's going to look at you. And when she looks at you, that's your thoughts taking control of a situation that in reality has no control, because it's a happenstance type thing. It just happened. And as it happened, your mind is in gear, so you're going to take advantage of it. That's just all it is to it, man. That's all it is to it. I'm so fucking glad you called in. Now that Arsenal tool, you haven't listened to that yet, right?
No, I haven't listened to that yet.
Go ahead.
I was going to give you my idea of the arsenal before I listened to it.
What is it?
The arsenal is all the tools that you have developed through experience that allow you to make your conversation effective.
Are you saying that's what the arsenal is?
That's my impression of the arsenal.
No. The arsenal, it is involving all the tools on both sides. But the arsenal is a system. It's a system of attack. And as long as you follow the system, it doesn't matter what the actual situation is. That's why you could be at a car wash. You could be at a stoplight. You could be walking on a bridge. You could be any goddamn where. That's why I have those scenarios. But if you pay attention, you will see that the arsenal, what I use in every tool, is the same system. The exact same system. Different situation, different words, the same system. Now, what's going to happen when you listen to that arsenal tool, because of the conversations with that woman that I have on that tool, you're going to see it at work. And if you don't see it at work, I'm going to revisit that same conversation in that tool, and I'm going to break down each sentence so you can see what is an arsenal, what it does, why you ask the question, and however she responds. You don't know exactly what she's going to say, but you put it in a plus or a minus. And if it's plus, and you thought of 6 or 7 different things that she could say plus, but she said something totally different in its plus, it could be to you as if she said something and you choose whichever one she said something totally different, but you choose whichever one you want to choose and assign it to her and start talking to her with that in mind. And it all plays together because, see, specifics matter when you specifically want this or that. Specifics in the way we're talking don't matter because all we want is something general as far as plus or minus, and then that gives us the go-ahead to use our next step in the arsenal. And I don't want to explain it too much because I want you to listen to it, but I certainly want you to call me back next week and let me know what's happening as far as the arsenal goes.
All right, definitely.
All right, man. You got anything else?
I have one more thing. Come on, man. Well, increasingly for me, it's undesirable to be in the company of lesser men, and I think that leads to a certain level of solitude. Is that part and parcel of this journey as an alpha man?
Also in the course, bro. I think that's in part 2 also. It might be 3. But it tells you being an alpha man is lonely. And you have to be prepared to be alone. Because at a point, you're going to be disgusted with the shit you see these motherfuckers doing. And you no longer can be around it. They're going to still be your friends. And you're going to speak to them. And, you might even stand there with them and have a beer. But as soon as you can, you're getting away from them. Because they're not your crew. They're not on your level, and you don't want to get dragged down. So, yes, that's how it is, man. You increasingly are going to be seeing how you cannot fuck with these dudes. Because these motherfuckers have a disease, and you don't want to catch it. It's a very contagious disease, and you don't want to catch it. And it's called sideline-itis. The motherfuckers, they want to be on the sideline. And what they want to do is watch you have your way with life, so they can sit there and discuss you. You don't want to be part of that shit, man.
I got you, man.
All right.
All right, man.
For sure, man. That's some good shit. I appreciate you, man. This brother here been fucking with me. And I'm telling you, we didn't discover stuff for each other through the things that come in his mind from the course. What has happened is miraculous because instead of, I'm sure he's learning the language, but the language is not his not knowing the language is not the barrier that it used to be. Because knowing women transcends language. He's making shit happen with the little knowledge he has of the language. Then when he gets whatever action that he gets, and he tries to implement the language, instead of it being a barrier, it becomes cute and attractive. And the girl wants to help him more. She wants to help him. So instead of him just sitting there, Trey, I hope you're still there. Instead of him just sitting there, he's letting her tell him this or that. And when he get it right or wrong, however, he do it, fumble it. And then he said, well, wait a minute. How do I say your eyes are just beautiful? How do I say that? And then her explaining that to him is going to embed in her mind that he thinks her eyes are beautiful. And then as the conversation go on, every time he mentions her eyes, he's going to have big action. Because it's the way the world goes now, language is a barrier when you really need it to communicate. But what we doing is breaking down barriers because you don't need language to communicate. Although I advise any motherfucker anywhere to learn the language. I'm not saying you don't need to learn the language. I'm saying while you're learning it, you still can catch bitches. You still can get these bras interested in you by reading. Like he did reading. He just read her body language. He didn't wait for her to give him action. He started reading as whatever was happening, the initial hello or whatever. And he's reading her as she sat down. So when she sat down, he already had read something. I mean, she seems to be receptive. And when she sat down with them legs and that body facing him, he said, oh, shit, she is receptive. You can use body language to win. I'm telling you, you can use it to win. It's a winnable situation when you can read a woman. Now, like I say on the tool, well, I ain't going to even tell you what I say on the tool because that's giving up too much. Trey on, but listen, as I say on the tool, you have to be sharp and you have to not be afraid to assign meaning to what you see. You have to assign meaning. Otherwise, just like you saw her facing you, assign good things with that. Just like you see her legs were not crossed, assign good thoughts about that. And whenever you speak on it, you're going to say what you're thinking. I mean, I'm glad your legs ain't crossed. Whatever you say, it's going to be cool because it's going to be true. I love this shit I'm doing. I love it. See, check this out. I know a lot of you guys out there are 21 or at least 21. Some of you are older, but I know a lot of you are young, 20, 21, 18, 19. See, When you look in the mirror, do you see what you want to see looking back at you? Something that you guys got to understand. The mirror is the truth factor in your life. And you need to understand the importance of the mirror. Hey, Treon, I see that for sure. Hey, let me get you 876. I was finna keep going, but go, come on with you. What's happening?
Hey, man, what's up?
Nothing, brother. What's happening?
I'm chilling. This is Benji. Yeah, I have two questions.
Okay.
The first one is, how do you stand on your principles with a woman and not get argumentative with her? Because, they're always trying to argue and shit. But how do you not fall into the argument with her but still stand on your principles?
Well, first and foremost, you don't have the course, obviously. No. Why not?
Money right now, but I plan on getting them, definitely.
Well, I mean, everybody say that, and I ain't going to say get it. I'm just going to say these questions, I'm going to answer your question, but these questions are detailed in the course. And even though I'm going to answer it, if you don't have the mentality to do it, it's just me talking. It's just words.
No, it's actually stuff that I've done before. It's not like, I'm talking from experience. For example, I was at the club the other night, and those tables that you get to put your drinks on and shit, right?
Right.
Yeah, a group of women came in and they just took set on my table and they were trying to move off with it. So I was like, hold up right here. I see you ladies trying to make a move with my table, but I'm gonna make you all know this is my table. You get me? And not necessarily I was being territorial with it. I was just letting them know. I said, look, y'all can chill here because I don't mind y'all chilling here, but I'm gonna be here with the table. You get me? And they kind of started trying to go back and forth with me, but eventually I got them to go over to their table, and I even complimented. I said, even though, y'all tried to steal my table, y'all looking fine tonight. And they were eyeballing me for the rest of the night. But what I want to know is, because I saw that I could have been argumentative with them, how do I avoid that?
Like you did, man. You avoided the argument. Didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but just saying for future reference.
Wait. Don't get ahead of me.
All right,
See,
cool.
A lot of you guys don't understand this, but I'm going to say it to you. And this is what the course is about. See, a lot of you guys ask a question that could be yes or no, plus or minus. And rather than you seeing what's plus, you would rather focus on what's minus so that you can see why you can't have what you want to have, as opposed to seeing why you can have what you want to have. So what I'm saying, bro, when you saw that they were trying to, move in on your table, you could have said, "Bitch, get away from my table," whatever. I don't give a fuck. Or you could have did what you did and be diplomatic. Therefore, to see if these bitches is worth fucking with, because after you tell them they can't have your table, you sure gonna invite them to sit down, and if they do, you gonna get at them. But what I'm saying is, all of this is how to do shit. Have shit planned. I don't mean you planned for some bitches to come to try to take your table, but you certainly have planned on how to deal with an aggressive bitch. You ain't got to be aggressive with her. All you got to do is kill what she's saying, like you did. Do you know what killed what they were saying? Something you said to them killed what they were saying. Do you know what it is?
Not really. No, not really.
This is the importance of having game, bro. When you told them bitches, you can sit here, but this is my table. So it's up to you. When you told them bitches that, they wasn't fucking with you. They wasn't trying to play you no more, because they seen you wasn't no joke. You can sit here, motherfucking bitch, but it's my table. Now, what you want to do? Now, you didn't say it like that. You can say it as nicely as you said it. But that's the way, whatever kind of bitch. Otherwise, if you're talking to some regular okay women, and you say it the way you said, they're gonna hear it like that. But when you fucking with some bitches that think they can take your shit, and you say it as nicely as you said it, but you firm, they gonna hear you say, "Bitch, get your punk ass away from here unless you want to sit at my table." And you didn't even say that shit. But that's what they heard because that's how they think.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
what's my answer? You asked me, how do you stand on your principles without being, rude or aggressive? What's my answer?
Yeah.
I gave it to you, but what I want to know, did you get it?
You basically check them. You throw them off. You test them actually. But like when you said, I did that by telling them, you can stay here if you want, but I'm gonna be here. So it's like you check them to see if they're fucking with you or not.
Okay, listen to me. All of you guys listen. That shit was wrong. Although he said exactly what I said to him. That's not how you stand on your principles. The way you stand on your principles is to not get excited, not deviate from whatever the fuck your principle is, and represent it. That's the way you stand on your principle. It ain't gonna be a motherfucker that you gotta show this or that all the time. It might be a motherfucker that's just doing something that you see is trying to make you do something. So you aren't going to be able to say, I see that bullshit. You just don't do it. And then you might say, well, I'm the kind of motherfucker that I blah, blah, blah. And you stand up for what you're talking about. So my point is, the only way to stand up or stand on your principle is to identify when someone is trying to get you to violate your principle. And don't violate it. You don't violate it under no circumstances. That's how you stand on your principles. Now, when you want to verbalize that you're standing on your principles, after you did it and the shit is over, you got to say, I'm the kind of motherfucker that I check a motherfucker that's, I check a woman that's saying some shit that ain't really supposed to be said. So that's why I said something to you. Now, if you really don't want to deal with this, this kind of man, because that's the kind of I am, excuse me, you're letting her see at that point who you are after you've already shown her. See, this is how you stand on your principle. Standing on your principles is not cussing nobody out. What's your second question?
Yeah, the second question is about, could you just go into a little more about the catching cards? The best way to use them and whatever. I figure they're a card to, give the bitch so that she can hit you up later if she's with it. But can you go a little more into it?
Well, the catch card. I know the only woman you're going to catch is the one that's loose. So, if you're talking to a broad that is not loose, but she's giving you action, your catch card is cool. You would use it to, let her know, whoop, whoop, hit me. The ones that's loose, you're not going to really need a catch card for because you're going to catch her. You're going to catch that bitch. So in your mind, instead of you looking at your catch card as a way to introduce yourself, like I'm sure you do, I did
that shit already and I learned from it.
Oh, okay. So what I'm saying is your catch card is just a way for you to say bye.
Word.
Without actually, having to give your phone number and your name and all that shit. So you got to know what's happening. Your catch card is only gonna works best when you done with the conversation. Look, baby, if you ever wake up from that stupor you in, hit me and give her the card. Whatever you do, because most times I'm dropping a lug on a bitch that I got to give a card to. You know, I can see you took the slow bus. The short bus to school. So I'm gonna give you this card, you know, so you can remember that you like me. You know, I'm gonna be talking shit.
Yeah.
She gonna laugh at She gonna laugh at the joke because I'm gonna make it a joke, but I'm gonna really be cracking on that bitch. Yeah, I gotta give you this goddamn card because you took the short bus, and I don't want you to forget my name, so it's wrote down. You know, check 1 if you can see it, and check 2 if you can't see it. Yeah,
good. All right, man, thanks. I'm out.
No, I ain't through. Listen, what I'm saying is you got to make everything not necessarily fun, laughable fun, but you got to make shit to where it makes you want to do it. When you know your catch card is so you can basically diss a bitch, it's way cooler giving your catch card out. See, you guys, big mistake is thinking the catch card got something to do with catching a bitch. It don't. The catch card is explicitly to give them drawings on how to contact you because you've been to kill the conversation right now.
Yeah.
Think of it. You don't give a bitch your card unless you do. Now, if you do this is another negative. But when you give a bitch your card, you should be leaving. Don't tell me you give them your catch card and let them look at it and you still standing there talking to them.
No. What it was,
Please.
I have a business.
Come on, brother. Wait.
Yeah.
You can't help yourself if you don't be honest.
Yeah, I'm being dead honest with you right now.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, I have a business, right? And my name and number is on that card. So the first time I was out once with one of my partners, and I was just saying, yo, let me try some shit with the card. So I went up to the bitch and I was talking to her and whoop. And I gave her the card kind of early, and I was there, talking to her some more. And then her energy just changed, like, all right, it's a sucker, And I felt that way, and I felt that shit. So I was like, all right, don't do that shit again. You get me?
Yeah, but see, listen to me. Do not fucking misuse the words that we use because you handed her a business card, not a catch card.
Yeah.
2 different things.
Okay, so that's another thing that I wanted to clear up. Catch card is specific for catching.
A catch card has your name, your phone number, and let's say you like to play tennis. It might have a tennis net and a tennis racket on it. And that's all.
All right, cool.
You don't have your business or some kind of goddamn way for this bitch to fucking, ruin your life if everything don't go right. No. Give her a catch card. The bitch could get your business card after she become a person important enough to know your business. You just met her. How can she be important enough to know your business?
I don't know. She might buy some shit.
Man, please. You right about that. I'm not gonna say you wrong there. She might buy some shit, but I'm saying the bitch that's gonna buy some shit is the bitch that's gonna buy some shit because of what I said. Because if the bitch comes, let's say you got a store, a place of business. If somebody come in there, hell yeah, I'm giving every one of them a business card. Anybody around that motherfucker, I'm giving them a business card. But when I'm in the club, she ain't that a bitch. I wish I would give that motherfucker a business card. I'm going to give that bitch a catch card, or I'm going to just say what I got to say. Because I don't want her to be fucking with me right now on the business tip. So here you are out, trying to really have some fun, catch a bitch, and this motherfucking bitch looking at you wanting to talk some business. And you going to be a businessman. Sure, you're going to sit there and talk and, whatever about business. But that ain't really getting you no money, and that show ain't catching you no bitch because you at the club. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit, 2 and 2 is 4. If I'm out and I do give the motherfucking bitch a business card, I'm going to give it to her As I tell her, call me tomorrow at work and we could talk about this. But right now, I ain't with it. You got to be like that. And you got to understand that you're not afraid to represent what you're representing. And what you're representing is a motherfucker with an agenda. I have something I want to do. And since I'm at this club, it's catching a bitch. You don't say that to her, of course, but that's where you're coming from. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, man. Hey, Benji, them were good questions, man. I know I talk shit, Benji, but
yeah,
I'm a real brother. I'm a real brother, man, and I try to help you, man.
Yeah, I can see that. I appreciate the punch in chest. That shit help us the most. So, yeah.
You know it, man. Be cool. I'm putting you back in. I got another question. Hey, 323, I got you. And 443, I'm going to get you right after. What's up, 323?
Hello?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, man, I need a punch in my chest, too. Like, you feel me? Like, I find myself hating on niggas who got, like, 5 bitches. I need to learn how to control my jealousy because it's in me. And I know it's a weird question, but, like, how could I, like, get rid of, like, the jealousy I have among the dudes who have the bitches I want?
So you can't stand to see a motherfucker with a bitch that you fucked with and wanted, or you can't stand to see... Wait a minute, man. Let me finish. You can't stand to see a motherfucker with a bitch that you would like to have.
Yeah, it's like I be out here and I be like, put on my bed.
Hey, hold on, man. I don't want to hear all that goddamn shit. You know what your problem is, man. You already know what your problem is. I know you know. That's why you saying what you saying like you saying it. You weak.
What you gonna say? I talk too much?
You weak, man. You weak as fuck. You ain't got no goddamn confidence. You don't believe in shit you think. You think shit that everybody else think. And as long as it's working for you, that shit is cool. But let me tell you something, man. Why would a motherfucking bitch with the kind of bitch you want bother you? Because you know you ain't gonna fuck with that bitch. You know that motherfucker's doing something that you 100% scared to do. Now tell me I'm lying, man.
No, I mean, you ain't lying, but I find myself saying
no. Hey, I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want to hear your reasons. I just want to hear you answer the question or not. You don't have to, but if you do, just answer the question. Am I lying? So, if the answer is no to that, then you shouldn't even be tripping on why you thinking the kind of shit you thinking. You should be tripping on how to come out of that shit that's making you think that.
How could I come up out of it?
By knowing what's wrong with you. Hey, bro. Hey, I don't care what none of y'all say. All y'all that don't have that course, you ain't going to get the answers. You're going to get an answer, and it's going to go over your fucking head because just like I told you what to do, you talking about how you do it. You ain't going to do nothing but always have questions because what? You never get an answer. When you get the answer to the question, it don't answer your problem. It just gives you an answer to that question, which only brings another question. This is the treadmill that you guys are on. It's like the little rat that you put in the cage and give him a little thing that circles around that he run on. And he swear to God, he done ran 20 miles, and he ain't did nothing but run in a circle. I'm telling you guys, you need the course so you can learn who you are. That's the only way you're going to improve. Anybody that got my course, that's what they got from it. How to be them better, how to be them better, yeah. And how to be more of them. You guys, I'm telling you, man, all you guys just want somebody to tell you quick fix how to fix something. And there are no quick fixes. All right, you say you don't. Okay, go ahead.
Now look, Rosebud. Did you ever go through that? Cause jealousy is part of the game, right? Like envying a nigga who, did you ever go through that? Like when you Even though
Listen
I'm
to
not
me,
like
man.
no pimp or
Listen
nothing.
to me, man. You ain't shit if you don't go through that. How in the fuck does some motherfucker, excuse me, with the kind of bitch you want, driving the cars you want, got the jewelry you want, how the fuck you gonna look at him and not be envious? If that's what you want. I'm saying, man, see how stupid what you saying is? And you don't realize it. Stupid thoughts bring stupid actions. And to think stuff that's unhealthy for you to think is going to make you unhealthy. And I keep trying to tell you guys, yeah, this shit costs money I'm talking about. But you spend money anyway every day to lose. You spend money every weekend to just lose, man. You spend it, you save that money for a month and buy this shit, and you'll stop losing. But no, you rather keep losing year after year after year after year until you finally catch somebody that's going to use you like a motherfucker till you ain't got no money, and then they're going to leave. And then it's going to be about bitches ain't shit. No, man, it ain't bitches, it's you. You ain't shit because you don't know who you are. And you can't express who you are to some bitch that's interested in you. So you express the shit that silly bitches are interested in, which is what gets you the bitches you get, and this is why you ain't got no real bitch. You just get, one night stands, whatever, man. Fuck that bullshit, man. If you want to catch a bitch, you got to know how to catch a bitch, and you got to be worthy of catching a bitch. And if you know what being worthy is, that means you know if you're worthy or not. And that's on you. And if you don't know, hey, let me ask you this, caller. Don't bullshit me, man. Just tell the truth. Are you worthy of a bitch that you catch?
I feel like I am.
Well, then, if you do, you can tell me what's worthy. What makes you worthy?
Like I'm determined to catch a bitch. That's why I have the
hold
hunger.
on. I didn't ask you to, avoid the question by talking bullshit. I asked you if you think you worthy, you should be able to tell me what makes you worthy.
I'm determined.
Your determination makes you worthy.
Yes.
That's why you don't catch no bitch, because your determination don't mean shit. Well, if a motherfucking bitch talking to me, look, baby, for one thing, I don't need no motherfucking bitch. I got everything going for me. I can pay whatever the fuck I need to pay without no bitch. Plus, I got this skill, and I tell them about I do art, or I draw, or I write books. Whatever the fuck. I'm talking about as far as me, being a boring motherfucker or some motherfucker that need a bitch around me all the time. I don't need you. I mean, I would tell her various things that let her know that I'm about progress. And my progress can include her. Now, I just gave you all that information. What would you tell a bitch now?
I'll talk about me, and I'll let a bitch know, about me, like I'll let her know, about my qualities, how you just did, basically.
Let me get 2 of your qualities.
I'm on the spot, though. Yeah, I can't.
Stop. This is why you niggas is full of shit. You think a bitch ain't gonna check you on that? You think when you start, yeah, baby, I'm about this, that, and the other, and I got these qualities. Don't you think she gonna say, well, what qualities do you have?
Yep.
And you gonna be saying, she ain't gonna believe you. Even if you list some qualities, she ain't gonna believe you, brother.
So
right?
I got it now. So I just need to get into me and just, I feel you now.
Okay, let me ask you this. What's the first thing you gonna do to get into you?
I'm gonna travel within, but first thing I'm gonna do is get your course.
Stop.
How?
Right there. if you talking shit, that was the right shit. Absolute right shit. But I don't think that's the first thing you're going to do, man. It isn't. It is the first thing to do. But besides that, I would take that out of the mix, getting the course. The first thing you should do is something very important that the course makes you do. You can't answer it, man, so it ain't no sense in trying to answer it. You cannot answer that because you don't want to know. If you want to know... What, man?
No, I was asking you, like, are you asking me? Like, no, I'm asking you, like,
the one thing, of course, my course does is make you answer your own questions. So don't ask me no more questions. Because, of course, I'll answer them, but you're not going to get the information. All you're going to do is have another question. Because questions that the people like you have are not real. They just are defenses to fend off why you ain't doing what you should do. That's all your questions are. It's just ways for you to sit back and not do what you need to do. That's why you ask the questions you ask, because you're not asking what you really need to do. Now, I done gave you a whole bunch of time, man. Get my course or stay confused. I'm out. Hey, 443, what's happening with you, bro?
Hey, what's going on, bud? I got a question. It's like a two-part.
Well, let's go, brother.
All right. Okay, so here it is. Given that the evidence seems to continue to suggest that we're in a system dominated by, like, racism or white supremacy, whatever you want to call it, do you think that as, like, a non-white man, and it's some way my responsibility to change that system to one that's based on justice? And if such a man believes that it's his responsibility to do a part to make that change, does fucking with or getting money from white bitches like ultimately serve to help or hurt that cause?
First and foremost, that's a complete bullshit fucking idea to even have. But I know people have it. And I know you're not the only one. So I ain't saying you full of shit. I'm saying overall, that idea is fucking crazy. Sure, it's a racist world. Sure, if you have anything to do with it that you can control, you're going to try to make it not racist. But to use this thinking as part of how you live is just ludicrous, man, because you can live your life. I live my life without even dealing with white people. I mean, if I want to deal with them, which I have to do every day, I do. Deal with them the way I want to deal with them, and fuck them. I don't need them motherfuckers for shit. And that's the way I encourage every brother to be. That way, you're not affected by racism. You know, if you got to go to work every day, you're going to have to go to work. But you can go, man, I remember when I had this job. I had this job, man, and I worked for Coca-Cola, and I would travel to McDonald's and do these fucking QMCs, quality maintenance checks. Take me 4 hours, but I would do all kind of shit in McDonald's. Now, the whole 4 hours, the McDonald's is still serving food and all that shit, but I'm in the back fucking with what sends the drink up to the front. And I'm looking at all this shit for quality. Now, what I'm finna say is about this racist bullshit. QMCs, it's only 60 of them. And about 3 or 4 of them were black. And these 60 motherfuckers travel the world taking care of 35,000 fucking McDonald's.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is it's a prestigious type situation. And whenever something was really fucked up and they needed it done right now, you know who they called? Me. But they had to call me Blackiver. You remember that You remember that
That was
show?
my show. That was my show.
Who? MacGyver?
MacGyver, yeah, back in the day.
Hey, bro, they
With the
had to
pocket
call me. They had to call me Bloodgyver, the Black MacGyver, because my motherfucking ass is gonna get it fixed. I ain't getting fucked. You know, I'm finna fix this shit. Oh, I need this. Oh, I ain't got this. I'm finna use woo-woo. I knew how to make that shit work. And they would fly me all over the place, man, fixing shit. Because, of course, when I fix it, you know, you got to write up a report, woo-woo-woo, and you got to write up what is really needed. But, man, I didn't been to places, the fucking McDonald's where they drinks is down and they don't know what the fuck it is, and they got all kind of electrical bullshit, 220 watt, all kind of goddamn shit, blow my ass up. But then what I'm saying is I find it's a 30 or 40 amp fuse. So I ain't got that fuse up with me. You know what I would do? Strip down the wire. I would strip down the wire and then make that wire go from the top of that fuse to the bottom of that fuse and put it back in that motherfucking conduit, and that motherfucker would work. Why? Because those wires are carrying the current. Now, I knew that shit, but they certainly, a lot of motherfuckers knew it, but they wouldn't think to do it. I would do that shit. Then I would tell them, hey, man, you got to get a tech over there, and you got to replace that 40-watt amp to that motherfucking that multiplex. So what I'm saying, bro, is that you gotta give yourself the freedom to be yourself. And anything you think, really, after a certain point, anything you think should be pro-you. I don't give a fuck if it's about taking a nap. I don't give a fuck if it's about taking a drink. I'm talking about really basic shit. All the way to the big shit has to be pro-you. You know what I mean?
I hear you, yeah.
Okay, what was that second part of the question?
So, you know, basically, if you thought that you'd had to do something about this problem, that does, like, fucking around with white women, like, does that hurt the cause or not?
Well, no, man, because if you fuck around with white women, you fucking around with white women. What if you fucked around with a Filipino? Would you still be asking that?
Yeah, she's not white. She's not white.
I'm saying, would you still be asking that? She's not black.
No, I wouldn't.
She ain't black.
But if white supremacy is the big thing, then only the white people really count.
No, if white supremacy is the big thing, and you looking at white supremacy as the issue, then they are the ones that count. White supremacy is about negating anything as far as me and you is concerned. So if the only way for me and you to be me and you is to fuck with a black bitch, white supremacy would support us fucking with any other bitch other than black bitches. Why? Because any other bitch other than black bitches is reducing our race. That's why white supremacy only fucks with white bitches. You don't have no white supremacist with a Mexican or a white supremacist with a Filipino. You don't have that. They believe in the purity of the race. See, what I'm saying is, but listen, what I'm saying is what you guys don't do. You guys don't critically think about shit. You just get that initial thought. And that initial thought is good because it starts you thinking. But instead of you going further, you know, see, that shit you're asking is a good question. You know, does it go as, you know, believing or anti-white supremacist shit? Does it go as far as, you know, when you even fucking with a white bitch? That's a good question. But let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. Did you answer that question yourself before you called in?
I've been, like, struggling with it back and forth.
Okay. So does that mean you're not qualified to answer that?
Maybe, but like I got the idea from reading a couple of books actually, and the person who wrote the book said that no black male should be fucking with white women because it hurts the cause. And so I was trying to test that out in the real world and see whether that's true or not.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think I'm a black man?
Yes, I believe you are.
Okay. Do you think I believe in the black cause?
Yes, I do.
So what I'm saying is, why do I have 2 daughters with 2 different white bitches?
Because you don't believe in what that dude who wrote the book believes.
That's right. Because the only thing gonna hurt the cause is you. The only thing gonna help the cause is you. You know, this bitch you fucking with ain't gonna goddamn hurt or help the cause. But I will agree that as far as what I've done was reduce the true blackness in black people. As far as mixing, you know, the mothers with me to get the daughters, I mean, I ain't scared of that, but I know I'm not reduced to that, and I'm not only that, and I know my fucking daughters. Well, let me tell you this: my oldest daughter, she was raised by her mom, and she thinks she white, which I don't care. She is half white. So if you have white, you could think you white. And if you have half black, you could think you black. She could think what she wants. She thinks she's white. And my other daughter thinks she's black. Now, the one that thinks she's white, she don't like this or that about either side of her family. I'm saying she makes choices, you know, different things. White people cut shit off. Black people deal with shit. What I'm saying is my daughters, both of them, if they went anywhere and registered for anything, the only thing whoever is looking at them would see is 2 black bitches. Both of them light skinned, both of them got, you know, fairly good hair, but they ain't white. So what I'm saying is what matters as far as which one of them thinks? I mean, who's right? The one that thinks like she's a white girl or the one that thinks like she's a black girl? Neither one of them is right, because there's white girls and there's black girls. And if you want to think you a white girl, you got to deal with what white girls deal with. If you want to think you a black girl, you deal with what black girls deal with. My thing is, fuck this bullshit that make you not make decisions. That shit you talking makes you not make decisions. Right or wrong? What you think? Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right.
So then, don't you think? Wait. Don't you also think, you know, as a man, you should make decisions when you have controversial or conflicting thoughts?
Yes.
So, what is your decision? Make it.
I decided. My decision is that no, it doesn't matter. It matters how you, the male, carries the situation.
So, as far as your question, if you would have been assertive, more aggressive, do you think you would have answered that question yourself before calling in?
Yeah, I would have.
So, my whole point, what I'm trying to get you guys to see, these are the things that keep you from winning, because you don't know yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in what you think. Because, bro, do you think I would think more about your safety and wellness than you would think about yourself, safety and wellness?
Nah, that don't make no sense.
So, bro, that's what I'm saying. Your thoughts are the shit. Your thoughts are the thoughts that you need to fuck with, and you need to answer all the questions to your thoughts. But something you guys also need to understand is you guys are kind of victimized by society. And society makes you look for answers outside of yourself. Society makes you look for answers in every way except, inward. And it's hard for you to really see or accept that you have all the answers. But if you had my course, I would show you how you have the answers. I would show you different steps that you take to have the answers. And slowly but surely, you would realize that you do have the answers. And you become a different brother, man. All right, man?
Yeah, I hear you, bud. So, yeah, basically, you don't see yourself as a victim at all. And so none of that shit matters if you don't.
Hey, I'm not a victim of shit. The only thing I'm a victim of is what I think. And what I do.
And one more thing,
if what I think and what I do something to me negatively, if that's the case, then I have to deal with it.
I hear you, man. I just want to give a shout out real quick. My buddy Ak is on the line. I told him to call in and just listen. So he got a government job. He might be hitting you up. All
right, for sure, man. You be cool, man. That was good shit, man. 330. Hey, 330, God damn it, you better not be this Youngstown, Ohio, whoever motherfucker talking all this shit.
Rosebudd, what's good with it?
Man.
Rosebudd.
What?
Hey, check this out. I got a question, though. Yo, I was checking out your book on YouTube, and I forget the name of it. I think it was like The Life of a Pimp or something like that, right? And there was a part in the book when one of your pimp friends had told you that if you don't look at yourself as a god or think of yourself as a god, then you won't be successful with the pimping.
Delano told me that. Yeah, come on.
With that being said, like, do that mean the pimping is satanic? Because that's how Satanists perceive themselves and what they believe in.
Hey, man, first and foremost, that ain't a bad question. And you are that motherfucker Hey, you are that motherfucker that called talking all that pimp shit. Which you ain't doing. You are that motherfucker. So what I'm saying is I ain't finna go into no pimp shit. But what you just asked is a good question. There's nothing satanic about thinking that when what I said was it was not that you have to see yourself as God. You have to see yourself like a God, meaning that gods, which are not what you're seeing yourself as, you're seeing yourself as like pretending or like a God. Real gods are gods. Well, it's not gods, it's just God. So God is God. So what I'm saying is you have to see yourself like there's no questioning you. There's no other side than you, which is God-like. This is not thinking of yourself as a God, because I would never say that. But God-like, God-like, a person that cannot be denied, that's how I see this game.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Okay.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, for sure.
Okay, listen. So, man, I don't know what calms you down to make you be able to talk regular. But I
was just smoking on that good.
Whatever it is, man, just hit a nigga again calm like you are now. We can talk, bro. I don't need all that other shit. Ain't nobody great, blah, blah, blah. Let's just talk about real shit, man. And anytime you call, I'm laying to talk to you.
Oh, for sure.
All right, man, be cool. Okay, you guys, this shit, I love this shit, man. I'm sure you can tell that I really love it. When people call in, press 1 and have questions. I fucking love it. So I don't want you to get the impression that I don't want to speak to you motherfuckers, because you ain't pimping or any of that kind of goddamn shit, because I do. That's why I have 2 shows. I want to talk to motherfuckers that call yourself squares, L7s, whatever. I'm a square. Rosebud, is a square. L7 all the way. I ain't doing nothing slick for my money. Because that's the only difference between a square and a slick motherfucker. to a motherfucker that know what's happening. The slick motherfucker do whatever he do for his money, and the square motherfucker go to work every day. Ain't nothing wrong with either one of them. It's just you gotta, know who you are. 773, what's happening with you, man? Oh, wait, hold on. What the fuck is going on? Hold on, bro. There you go. I got you now.
What's happening, Rosebud?
Nothing,
yeah,
man. What's happening with you?
Hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Hey, just following up from the other day, we talked. I was telling you I was in this contest. I went on and ran it down to old girl. Like shit. I ain't. We can't afford to be missing practices. All that shit you was running down to me. And she didn't want to fuck, fine. And she was saying, because I told her if that's the case, I'm gonna just say fuck this contest. I want to know this. She claimed that one of the reasons the practicing been a little fucked up, and she's been, canceling because I've been coming on to her. And, we fucked around a couple of years ago, so I didn't think nothing of it. But
Stop. She said, I'm asking you this, are you saying that she said part of the reason she was kind of hesitant or hanky on the practices is because you was coming on to her?
Right.
Stop. Do you believe that?
Hell no.
I do.
Hell no.
I believe it like a motherfucker.
Okay, well, why do you believe it?
Because I can tell the way you talking, because I told you before, if it wasn't about, hitting her pussy, it should be about that, that's why I went into the dance thing. Because you was making it about the pussy.
Let me run something down to you.
Wait,
so you get clear.
Wait.
Okay.
Motherfuckers can't grow if they don't accept the truth. So you can't pass what I just said, talking about let you run something down. You either accept or deny what I just said. I heard when you was talking about the shit that you was way more about hitting her pussy again. Now you would say, "Oh no, Rosebudd, that ain't right," or you would say, "Yeah, whatever." So which is it?
I think you need to hear me out before you jump to that conclusion.
Hey, wait,
okay.
bro. Wait, bro.
Yeah.
Let me show you why I don't need to hear you out. Because if that wasn't the case, you would have said no. Period. That wasn't the case, bud. But see, you want me to hear you out so you can explain what the fuck you saying so I can see where you was coming from so I can agree that you didn't fucking, just want the pussy. Man, I'm not going to go through all that bullshit for me to tell you the same shit. You wanted the pussy. The bitch seen it. The motherfucking bitch seen it, man. So you can't deny it. Okay, all right. Let's listen to him. Audience, everybody, let's listen.
Here's what I want to listen to this. Okay, we fucked around. We was fucking a couple of years ago for a little while. Okay,
stop right there. Just stop right there. Just stop. What does that have to do with this dance contest?
Let me just say this, bud.
Let
me say what I'm gonna say.
Have to do with that dance contest?
Bud, can I explain? I need to explain, man.
All right.
This is the question. This bitch, last Monday, we was over at crib practicing. The outfit that I'm wearing, she saw it. She wanted to show me some material, in the middle of the practice. So she went in her room and got it, came back, lifted her shirt up, exposed her titties, and said, do you think this would be too revealing? I said, well, you may need something to cover the nipples. Okay, that was that day. We practiced. I didn't make no advances, I mean, we I got the hold and all this type of shit. So, we went through. I ended up leaving. 2 days later, we back over there, which was Wednesday. I had got some information about the contest. She got there late. When we got to her crib, she goes get on the toilet, told me to come in there. Her fat ass all wrapped around the toilet. She thick and juicy and everything. And telling me to sit there and talk to her. I said, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Come on. Why would you tell me that punk? That's some punk shit you saying, man.
Why is this bitch doing? The question is, I told her, why don't she just finish?
Quit trying to hear what you think, because what you think, you ain't. If you want to believe it, believe it. You don't need to be on the show. That shit you thinking is stupid. That's why
I
that
didn't
bitch
come
did
out.
that. Oh God damn. Hey, bro.
Go ahead, Rosebud.
When she go to get material, whatever day that was, she go to get the material, come up and raise her clothes up so you can see her titties. You know what I would have did? I'd have told her, baby,
no.
I gotta get out of here, girl, because I ain't trying to have you dick tease me like that. You know, I'd have just told her. Hey, no, you didn't tell her shit. You just was dick teased. So what she was doing worked, and your ass is too silly to see what she did work because you want to keep talking about what you did. What you did was get work. That was what, man?
That was the question I was going to ask you, because that's how I came to her Friday. Me and you talked on your show Thursday. And when I came to her and told her, like, if we can't get this, if you're going to keep missing practice, because she didn't call a text or nothing Thursday. She just didn't, touch bases. Okay?
But,
and I was
what,
telling you it's just bullshit.
Wait. You guys, all of you that's listening in the future, don't do this. I don't want to hear your life story. I don't want to hear why, what, how, all this goddamn shit with this bitch. I want to hear what happened. And I'm going to surmise what I surmise from what happened. Why it happened, how it happened, what you did 5 days ago before it happened. None of that shit got shit to do with what happened. So you're wasting hella time doing that shit. That's why I keep cutting you off, bro. Don't nobody need to hear that bullshit. You got a punk bitch that you want to fuck, and the bitch playing you the way she play you. She might not be looking for no money, but she is looking for whatever she's looking for. And you are allowing her to use whatever it is she can use, her little seduction tactics, whatever, to keep your ass asking questions instead of answering the shit. This is why you guys get played. The bitch know you gonna ask yourself questions. This is why I don't get played, because the bitch know I'm not asking now questions. I got answers. When the motherfucking bitch do whatever the bitch doing, whatever it is, I label it all as bitch shit. And when it comes to sex and the motherfucking bitch is not fucking with me like I want to, I know she playing pussy games.
Exactly.
But you the kind of motherfucker want to know, there's 32 pussy games. You want to know which one she playing. Man, I ain't going into all that kind of goddamn shit. Bitch, you can't play pussy games with me. Bro, you can explain what you want to explain. But what you need to do is accept that bullshit you talking is just that bullshit. And I don't want to. Okay, man. Goddamn, you want to keep cutting me off. You want to keep trying to bring this book. What bullshit you want to bring in now, man?
No, Rose, but we were, the conversation the other day was enlightening. You said it sounded like she on some bullshit.
I don't give a fuck about the conversation the other day because you just brought more information to the table.
But all this shit, I forgot to bring that day. I didn't tell you about this.
Regardless of all that, I am enlightening your motherfucking ass exactly as I was doing Thursday. You just felt that I was being more conducive to what you were saying Thursday, so I was, in your mind, more agreeable. But fuck that. I don't agree with shit with what I think. And what we talked about Thursday that's what I was thinking about it. But now you bringing the same shit up with more information. So I think this. And I ain't no punk for a bitch, man. Are you?
No, not
Okay.
none at
Now
all.
wait. How can you say no so fast? And when I asked you the other yes or no question, you couldn't even answer it. You had to explain.
Because I want you to have all the information.
Okay, well, what about it now that I didn't have all? Now you gave me all the information. Was you a sucker? Was you a chump? What?
The question was, I sentiments exactly. I said to myself, this motherfucker's dick teasing me, and she claimed that you a grown man, you should have been able to come in there and and talk to me. Well, bitch, I don't want to see you on no motherfucking toilet. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, go and do what you got to do and come on in the living room, and then I go with the information I got. That's how I played that.
But why didn't you, since that bitch playing games with you, sitting on the toilet, talking about coming there and talk to you?
I ain't fuck with her.
Let me talk to you, man. Let me cut your fucking ass off. You gonna keep interrupting me, man? Why didn't you pull your dick out and tell her to put it in her mouth while she was on the toilet?
I thought about that shit. I swear.
I didn't ask you what you thought about. I did not ask you what you thought about. I asked you why didn't you do it? That's the answer right there. See, you can't say shit.
What was your question again?
Man, fuck that. Let me cut you off, man, because you bullshit, man. I don't want to hear your shit. Hey, what I'm saying, fellas, you got to understand. You can't be a motherfucker that play with yourself. This dude here, every time he say whatever he say, and every time I show him whatever I need to show him so he can see what I think is the light, he don't do nothing but darken it with some bullshit question. The question is bullshit because you already have the answer. You ain't supposed to be fucking with no motherfucking bitch that's playing games with you, especially when you can see it. So regardless of what game that bitch playing, soon as you see it, you supposed to not play it. So if the bitch dick teasing you by sitting on the toilet, the only way you're going to be dick teased is by coming in there, being around her while she's on the toilet, without pulling your dick out. Talking about, put this in your mouth, bitch. When you do that, you let her know she ain't going to come up with no goddamn sexual situation without wanting to be sexual, because soon as it come up, hey, man, when the bitch pull her titties out, talking about how does this look on my titties? Damn, baby, I'm wondering how the tip of my dickhead will feel in your mouth. I don't let bitches play games with me. And all that shit you talking about, 773, is trying to explain why the fuck you let bitches play games with you. Now I'm coming back at you, motherfucker. Now you can talk. What's up, man?
Hey, no, you on point, but it's not like I let bitches play games. I mean, I've been, been listening to you. When you was back doing Steve, you and Steve was hooked up. No, man, This is one of them things that I didn't see it coming. Okay, I'm thinking everything was cool when we first decided, to do this. I extended the invite to her. But anyway, that's all I wanted to know.
Stop. When you first, you thought everything was cool. What is cool? What you thought everything was cool? What did that mean?
Basically, we had a talk, me and old girl, the first day we decided to do some practice, and then find out where we, she is, okay, no,
man,
it's cool,
I don't need all this background bullshit, man. Can you tell me what did that mean?
Cool. Meaning we was, 100. We ain't, shit. Wasn't no problems when we fucked around before. Everything was cool. We got along. That's what I thought.
Stop. Where did sex come in? Because you ain't mentioned it. And then let me cut you off because I don't want to hear your bullshit. What I'm saying is, see, you full of shit. Because you talking about you thought everything was cool, which meant you thought you was going to get to do whatever you was talking about as far as dancing and shit, but you also thought you was going to get to fuck that bitch. Period. That's what you mean when you say you thought it was cool. But it wasn't cool, or it wasn't the kind of cool you think. So, let me get you back on. So, what I'm saying is, all that bullshit you thinking and all that bullshit you talking is not necessary, man, because I see what's going on. You the one don't see it.
I agree with what you said. I thought it was cool. I thought I probably hit the motherfucker again, for sure, right?
Well, stop.
And
What I'm saying, bro, is that ain't got nothing to do with dancing.
That's true.
So what I'm saying is, the moment you let that bitch see that that's what you was thinking, that's when she started being a knucklehead because you chasing her pussy. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you see it. That's how it is. You let the fucking bitch see that shit, and the bitch gonna handle you with that shit. And the more you deal with that shit, the more she gonna handle you, man. That's just all it is to it. If you don't know you, and if you don't accept what you're thinking and where you're coming from, then you go accept what the bitch is thinking and where she coming from. And who knows where the fuck that is. My point to you, bro, is to quit tripping about this bitch. Start thinking about you and what you want. Hey, let me ask you this, man, and be honest. Is this fucking dance contest important to you at all in any way whatsoever? No, it's not. And you know it's not. Is it?
I just think yes, it's because I committed to it.
Hey, man, listen, man. I don't know you, but I don't want you to be no punk. You doing punk shit right now, man. Is that fucking dance contest important to you or not?
Not more important than my manhood and the principles.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you what was it more important then.
When it comes down to being dick.
Hey, man, I didn't ask you when it come down to shit. I asked you point blank, is that goddamn dance contest important to you or not?
Rosebud, yes, because I agreed
Stop
to,
right
I committed
there.
myself to it.
Stop. Let me cut you off, man. Hey, listen, man. See, the thing about punks, when something is in their face, they don't care. They gonna do the punk thing. Well, so since I committed to it, you committed to it. That's about your word. That ain't got shit to do with the dance contest. So you want to try to play me talking about your word so you can avoid the actual question. And the question was, is the motherfucker important to you or not? That's a yes or a no question. But you can't answer yes or no because all the goddamn shit you care about is faking. That's all you care about. That's why you want to fake with this bitch like this dance contest is important when you really want to fuck her. You should have told her, look, bitch, fuck that dance contest. I want to get that pussy again. Remember 2 years ago, woo, whatever. You should have came at her like that. But no, you want to come at her with this backdoor sneaky bullshit, and you see what it gets you. Now, what you got to say, man? Wait. What the fuck is going on? There you go. What you got to say, man?
That was what the talk was about before we first practiced. About
what was the talk about?
God damn it, that I was still attracted to this motherfucker. I still wanted to fuck this motherfucker. That was basically what the conversation was about.
I didn't, bro, please. But man, why can't you understand how weak your shit is? Why do you want to try to make it sound like it can stand up? That shit, if you stood on it, would crumble. That shit, if you tried to use it, wouldn't support nothing that you think, hey man, why? What is it about you that you want to keep, why do you want to keep doing that?
But, Rosebud, as of right now, I'm not doing the contest because of that shit, that went down and what we discussed Thursday.
Wow.
She went off.
Come on, man. You talking about she. That's why you ain't shit. This has got to do with you.
What I'm
this
saying,
has nothing to do with her.
Rosebud, when I spoke to you Thursday, you gave me feedback, and I agreed with you, and I presented that feedback. And you know how these females get, they overtalk, loud talk, don't want to hear it and got upset. So that was that. And I just decided to call in on the show today just to follow up because we ain't been in contact, So
why do you want to follow up? You said you're through with it, you ain't doing it. Why you want to follow up?
Well, I wanted you to know.
I ain't talking to you no more, man, because you lying. You a liar. You will not believe shit. Hey, 330. Oh, come on, man. You back on.
Yo, what up? Man, hey, I would have pulled my dick out like, bitch. Are you positive this is what you want? Let her look at it for a quick second.
Look, man. Look.
Tuck it away like, bitch. I didn't think so. Be careful with you.
Hey, see, I don't want to hear that stupid bullshit, man. Bullshit is bullshit coming from a older motherfucker like 773. Sound like he got his shit together and he want to sound, like he's thinking, but he's not. He's not thinking at all. That's why he's going through the shit he's going through, because rather than think, he would rather ask questions. See, real men, especially living in the times that we living in now, real men got to know what it takes to live in this time. When I use analogies, the lions or whatever, I try to use one that fits the subject. Seems like I always refer to sports or the lion, because sports it's America's favorite pastime. And the lion, because he's just the king of beasts. Now, this is something you guys got to understand. When you was a little kid and you wanted to be a baseball player, you knew and accepted that you would have to wear that cap, that uniform, and you knew you would have to do what baseball players do. Slide in the base, dive in the base, catch balls. You just accepted it. You didn't say, I want to be a baseball player, but I don't want to wear that suit. Shit, and I don't want to wear them cleats. I want to be a baseball player, but I don't want motherfuckers running into me. You didn't say that kind of goddamn shit. You want to do what baseball players do. You knew no matter what level that you played on, I'm talking about amateur, professional, whatever, you accepted that you would have to do what the real players do, and you have to wear what the real players wear. 330, I am not going to call you again. So I'm actually going to X you out. And if you keep on, I'm going to make it to where you can't even fucking listen to this show. I don't want to hear your stupid shit, man. All you talk is stupid, young boy bullshit. That's all. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. So just press 1 to get your question mark off. See, when you let's say you want to be a ball player, I mean, you might learn some of the things that, they learn at the professional level, that you didn't know at the lower levels. But you willing to do that shit because you want to play. You just want to play. See, I'm trying to establish that when somebody wants to do something that has already been established, that person should not try to reinvent the wheel. When young men are becoming men there are certain things that you have to adjust and adapt to. The first thing is you have to adjust to you have thoughts. You have to adjust to you have thoughts about all kinds of situations. Then you got to adapt to utilizing those situations so that whatever your thoughts are, utilizing those thoughts so that whatever your thoughts are, it can help you in that situation. No matter what you think, there's a certain things you got to do in order to be a man. You know, unless you was raised by a woman, like all these you guys, like this motherfucking 330. I bet he ain't got no dad around him. What, nigga? 330.
Yo, hey, my bad. Sometimes this is a good ass show. Sometimes I get excited and I just got to vent. But I got a question. What do you think your most difficult transition would be if you were to start pimping today, knowing that the times have changed? What do you think you would have to adapt the most to?
Hey, that's a good question, but this ain't the pimp show. So how come you can't call and ask this pimp shit on the pimp show? What is up with you, man?
What is it, pimp show?
This is Ask Rosebudd.
Oh, shit. Oh, so
down
pimp
and
show.
dirty show. Listen, man. Down and dirty is the pimp shit, all right?
My bad. It was all the same.
Man. All right, no, it ain't the same, bro. A lot of dudes like to go to work. They ain't trying to pimp no bitch. They don't need no bitch to do shit for them like that. They just don't really know how to fuck bitches.
Got you.
All right, there you go, man. Now, see, a lot of you motherfuckers ain't gonna agree with me. About being raised by a woman. And I'm sure your mom was great. She did separate from Pops. And do you think she's qualified to show you the ropes of being a man as well as your dad could? Because what I'm saying is a lot of dudes end up being raised with moms. But they don't know why they separated from Pops. They just accept Pops is the no good motherfucker that left mom to deal with you. That's not necessarily true. I don't know why they separated, but does that mean you're not supposed to get the best opportunity to become a fucking man that you was born to be because you and my moms and dads separated? No, it don't, man. You should all welcome anything man. That's why I kick it like I do. I'm not trying to hear your reasoning. Let me ask you this. Do you actually care why you fell off the motherfucking cliff? Or do you care that you fell off the cliff? Because those are two distinctly different situations that requires two distinctly different ways to think. The way the average motherfucker like y'all think is after you didn't fell off, you wonder why. See, a real motherfucker thinks about falling off. Therefore, he don't even get into that dangerous environment. Sure, he's up there hiking, whatever. The cliff is 150 yards away, and he know that it might be some ice out there or some snow out there making some of that cliff. He might not go nowhere near that motherfucking edge than 100 feet. Fuck being scared. Hell yeah, I'm scared, motherfucker. I wish I would go to the edge and fall off. I learned what was cool to do as a man. And I learned what was not cool to do as a man. And I learned this shit from men. You don't need your mother's or a woman's approval to be a man. And you don't need their approval to seek the true information about manhood. Most of you motherfuckers only heard about being a man. Because your mama she could only tell you about what she didn't get from your dad. She couldn't tell you how to be a man. This is what my program is about. This is what my course is about. This is what I am about. I want to show you guys how to be men, because there's a plethora of motherfuckers raised by women. And they don't realize how much they don't know how to be a man. Over time, you're going to make a few mistakes, and you're going to hit a few home runs. We all did. And if you do this, you'll get a lot of information on your own. What I'm saying is, you guys got to understand the importance of having direction. I wrote a book. It was, Single Mother, He's Your Son, and it talks in details about this shit. But I'm not going to go into, the details. If you would admit the truth to yourself, you would see that none of you motherfuckers have more than friends as women. They're just friends. But you really want relationships with them. I never had a girl that was a friend. I had girlfriends. And any girl that I wanted to be a girlfriend, I was sure trying to fuck her. I ain't trying to talk to no motherfucking fraud, even before I thought I was slick. See, I accepted what you won't accept, or what you're having a tremendously difficult time accepting. And that's that I had to change my ways of seeing things. Fear is the big culprit in all of you motherfuckers' cases. The unknown is someplace most people do not want to go to. And it doesn't surprise me that you don't see that you're shooting yourself in the foot when you with a fucking woman and feel something and you don't speak up. Look, 330. I'm 330. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Hey, I wanted to ask you if you can touch on a jewel you dropped in your last show. You said that you can buy a woman anything in this world, but you can't buy her respect. I wanted to see if you can go a little more in depth with that, with the quote you said.
Hey, that's another good question. You didn't have two, man. That's why I'm fucking with you a little bit. But there's no need to go any deeper, man. It is what it is. You can't buy her respect. If you want her to see you a certain way, you can't buy her shit to make her see you that way. You have to make her see you that way, then buy her shit. That's just the way it is. You guys do the other shit first. 314. What's up with you, man?
This ain't Megan Todd Rosebud. Hey,
what's that, man?
I can't call this shit. Say you got two bitches. In one program, it's strictly adult entertainment with this bitch. Like, she does doing massage and, catching dates. But the other bitch, she want to get down, all the way down and dirty. Do you think it could work? I mean, it could work. I guess it's up to the bitch. But would you even play it like that? Or would you suggest motherfucker play it like that if it could work?
Man, you guys today don't want to do nothing but get money. Getting money is a perk of having game. It's something that you're rewarded with. So for me to tell you, nah, man, don't fuck with her, like that. Don't fuck with them two bitches like that. That's against the grain of what you guys trying to do. If you'd have asked me the pimp thing to do, how to have both of them bitches, then I would have been able to talk about that. But what you're asking me, I can't deny it, because I would be telling you not to accept whatever these bitches bringing to the table. But what I can tell you is that, motherfucker, you ain't got no program. That's why you're wondering You ain't got no program, man. I don't want to hear your shit.
The program I'm putting together is you know what I'm saying, it's strictly...
You ain't even putting no program together. You just talking about putting a program together. Because even if you had even if you had the basic parts, but not the full program, it wouldn't include the bullshit you discussing right now.
Nah, I had that dilemma before, though. You know what I'm saying? One bitch was down and dirty, one bitch was just, you know, just wanted to catch dates, for, you know what I'm saying, finesse. But them, one bitch gonna get more money than the other bitch because she doing more. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna work.
Hey, but what I don't understand about you and 330 and motherfuckers that listen to this shit, why the fuck are you asking me about this pimp shit? Why don't you call me on the Pimp Show and ask pimp shit?
My fault. I forgot this. Okay, my fault.
I'm just saying, my thing, man. I love all you guys, man. I want to help you guys, man. But I got different people in the audience. Some of them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about pimping no bitch, man. So I can't be running my mouth about pimping and turn off the motherfuckers that's listening to me for just information about women.
Right. My fault. You're right.
All right, man. I'm glad you see that, bro. So what I'm saying, the number one reason you motherfuckers are having difficulty in getting women is men have actually compromised their integrity in their eyes. Women don't see men as men, the kind of man that they want to fuck with. They just don't see you as that. A long time ago, when I was a kid, women naturally seen you as that. And you had to show them in one way or another that you weren't this kind of guy, this man. Today, it's opposite. They see you as a sucker. And you have to show them that you're not. And you guys don't do it. You just don't fucking do it. Even if you are like newly acquainted with a fucking woman, you know, unless you say and do things that express to her who you are, she's just gonna guess. She's gonna guess who you are. And she's gonna guess you're the kind of motherfucker she done already fucked with a whole bunch of times, a sucker. Chasing pussy, you know, all she gotta do is fan her ass in front of you and you're gonna do whatever the fuck. Her guess is gonna be based on how assertive you are and how much confidence you show. And if you're assertive, you can tell her, look, bitch, all that dick teasing shit, stop that. I'll tell a bitch that shit in a minute. Because part of what makes a woman receptive to you is she can see how much you can put or you have put into representing that you want her. Not that she can have you. You have to represent you want her. Now, if you're using your wits instead of material bullshit to catch a bitch, you're going to have a 200% better chance of catching that bitch and taking her home. All women appreciate how a man keeps his manhood in check while he at her. This helps her, see that it's real. She can tell when it's real. You know, I have so-called motherfucking men email me all the time with questions like, I don't have all the right tools. How can I still catch a woman? And I don't even give an answer. Because the entire question is fucking whack. The only tool a real motherfucker needs is the knowledge he has of himself. That's the only fucking tool you need. Once you're fully aware of who you are and what you actually want, you will have a more fucking powerful presence when you speaking with a woman. And here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you trying to go with the design of what it takes to have a woman, or are you winging it every time you approach one? Because there is a design you can use every time that's going to get you action. And then there's, winging it, not caring about no design, just going from, off the cuff. That answer can seriously help you if you be honest with yourself. My next question is, do you know what the design is for? There's a design to catch women. What is it for? The design of being a man and the benefit of it is being in control of where you want to go in your life and how to include a woman in it. You don't need a woman to make it. You just want to include her. Many of you motherfuckers read about manhood, but a lot of the information you only read. You didn't take it in. That's what my male confidence course is about. It makes you untouchable in that regard because of what it makes you do. The male confidence course makes you do shit. It don't make you. It suggests that you do it. And if you do it, it's going to improve you. You ain't limited to reading. Therefore it's not is more able to. You might be more able to soak it in if it's about one way or another, reading or not. We've been going to overtime, just a few minutes. Trey ain't here, so I ain't finna, go too far in the overtime. But my course got simple exercises for you to do that's going to develop a resistance to the effects that rejection has you motherfuckers under. And my course actually teaches you methods to rid yourself of all the doubt you have concerning women. I'm telling you, all you got to do is call into the show. Let me know what you're feeling. I ain't going to bite your fucking head off, but I am going to, be direct and truthful. The number, 657-383-0809, that's the number. You can call in. If you call in right away, I'm going to answer it. But I'm not going to be on but 2 or 3, 4 minutes. So, let's see what happens. A lot of you guys know that, there's something missing in the way you get at women. And most of you motherfuckers think it's fear, and it is fear. But it's not the fear that you think it is. See, you're afraid of her rejecting you, which is what is consciously on your mind. But your real fear is you don't know shit about yourself to talk to this bitch. 773. What's up?
You said something earlier about women nowadays look at men as suckers. And my question is, how in the hell you distinguish yourself from being a sucker or looked at as a sucker? Because obviously you're going to run into that shit from what you, and I agree with you.
You have to take control. You can't be a go-along type dude. Bitches can't smoke cigars. Bitches can't cross their legs like dudes. Bitches can't do none of that shit around me. Whatever, bitch, you can do it, but you can't fuck with me. I don't give a fuck that you smoke a cigar. I give a fuck if you smoke a cigar around me. That's dude shit. And you trying to show me dudes ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I spot anything, and that's how I deal with it. Bitch, you want to argue? I ain't trying to argue with you because I'm not trying to prove shit to you. If you want to argue, go argue with the next nigga. I ain't got time. I ain't got to be with you. So get your ass up, get away from my table, or I'll get my ass up, get away from your fucking table. I ain't got to be listening to your bullshit. I hear it. As soon as I hear it, I ain't fucking with it. I'll let a bitch know. I let them know. You motherfuckers hear the bullshit and say, oh, man, she talking bullshit now. But you keep talking to her. You don't say shit about it. You say, God damn, man, that bitch probably lying. And you keep talking to her. You don't say shit about it. You thinking this shit.
So Rosebud, Isn't it
Go ahead.
isn't it to the broad's advantage to have a sucker? I mean, I get what you're saying, and when you come in with your standards, I
Just
mean,
stop. Why are you asking me, isn't it to the broad's advantage, when we are a man show? Otherwise, the only thing important to you should be what's to men's advantage. Why would you be talking about, isn't it to the broad's advantage? And whatever you was going to say. I'm just curious.
Because when you're standing up, like you were saying one time, you didn't catch for about a year. When you're standing up and you coming strong, they don't want to fuck with you, a lot of them. It's going to be, like you said, ain't the 99 that's going to say no, it's the one that's going to say yes, which
so
I agree with.
I don't get what you're saying then. What are you saying?
I'm saying that, well, you basically answered it when you said you got to stand up. You don't want them to smoke cigars around you. You more or less have to let them know who you are. Fuck what they look. I mean, they're looking for suckers because they can manipulate.
So
True?
let me ask you this: you a man,
right?
And you meet this broad, and she pulls out a Swisser, and you think she gonna roll some weed. But no, she put it in her mouth and light it up. What the fuck would you say?
I don't smoke, so I don't. I haven't been in that situation. I don't know what to say. Go ahead.
Why do you keep talking about don't and all this shit? I didn't ask you if you smoked. Did I?
I'll tell her I don't smoke, Rosebud. So put that out.
I asked you if you smoked?
No, you didn't.
So what I'm saying is, answer the fucking question. What would you think of that bitch, or what would you say?
I would say I don't smoke. Put the swisher out.
You know what I would say?
I don't like that.
I don't smoke either. Well, I do smoke Swissers, which I smoke one a day. But what I'm saying is, I tell her, goddamn man, dudes smoke that shit. Dudes smoke cigars and shit. Oh no, I like it. Well then, I ain't fucking with you because I ain't fucking with no bitch smoking no goddamn Swisser. That's straight out what I would tell her. That's straight out. Because I ain't giving a fuck who smokes Swissers or not. I give a fuck that the bitch I'm with ain't smoking no Swisser, because that makes me think she think less of men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason a bit. Why do you think bitches way back in the 50s started smoking cigars?
To be like men.
Not to be like men, but to do what men do, so that they can act like, ain't that a bitch? Because what I'm saying, dudes, that smoking is not a big thing. But smoking that cigar, you got different clubs for it, different environments for it, but not for women, just for dudes. So what I'm saying is, you don't see women that's trying to smoke a cigar actually going into a smoking chamber that dudes have and sitting there smoking. In public, where smoking was okay to do, she would do it there because she can. It's in public. But, bitch, you can't come to the men's club and do that because it's a men's club. It ain't saying women can't smoke. It's saying this is a man's club. And this is how you have to distinguish it. That's how, tedious it is. You got to be able to break shit down to where motherfuckers cannot have their point of view. Because their point of view, they think is progressive. But what it is in most cases when it comes to male-female is androgynous. Otherwise, they want you to be like androgynous. Otherwise, they want you to be sexless. They want you to think, like the future. There's no men and there's no women. There's only people. Dudes like dudes, women like women, blah, blah, blah. They want you to think like that. And I'm telling you, it goes all the way back to the 60s, where you motherfuckers that's not old enough don't know this, but I'm going to tell you something that you are not going to believe. They, back in the 60s, said, for the sake of the earth, we need to have 2.2 kids, families. 2.2. That means a boy and a girl and 2/10 of another child, which is stupid. But what I'm saying is, people, as far as back on welfare, blah, 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 they was having 10 kids, and they think, God, this shit ain't working. So they start promoting homosexuality because 2 men can't have a kid and 2 women can't have a kid. And they start promoting it. And they didn't promote it overtly. They just start promoting it. And as time go by, it's really promoted. But what they did not expect, the people that promoting this bullshit, they didn't expect that the same-sex couples will one day start adopting kids, which is creating the whole shit over again. So what I'm trying to say is everything has a long-range plan that America has instigated or implemented. And if you don't realize that, you'll think you're living your life doing what you want to be, what you want to do. But what you're really doing is propagating what the motherfucking powers that be want. So when you talking about you don't fucking want to, have no kids, that's not you saying you don't want to have a kid or you don't want that responsibility yet. That's you promoting the overall idea that kids are increasing in population is, negative. Not that we don't want to ever have another kid. Of course we're going to have kids. But if they had their way, you would only have 2.2 kids. There would be no families with 5 kids or 7 kids or 10 kids. It would be none of that. It would be just 2.2 because everybody believed they should have a procreate type situation, but they should only procreate to this much. And that's not where, we, people like us, want to be. But that's not saying that what them motherfuckers was actually saying don't make sense. That's why or not you, but people, make the decision, oh, no, I don't want to have a kid. Because they don't want to, do all the bullshit, but it's their decision, to not have the kid, to not create a greenhouse effect or whatever. It's their decision.
So we've been programmed, you're saying?
That's exactly right. We've been programmed from the very beginning. But the big change came in the 60s and 70s when they started realizing that it was a pro-male world and they wanted to be pro-people. Otherwise, give women the same power or whatever abilities that men have. And I'm telling you right now, you're in the house, in an apartment building that caught on fire. And you're on the 2nd floor. Who would you want to come save you? A female or a male?
A male, shit.
I'm not saying you right or wrong, because in that same situation, women have ran up the steps, whatever, grabbed your ass and brought you out. What you would prefer would be a man, because in your mind, he has more strength. He can actually carry you down the stairs. He can actually do the things to get you to safety, which once you're in his arms, you'll feel safe. When you in a motherfucking woman's arm, you're wondering, can she make it down the steps with me? All this kind of shit. Because that's what you think of. I mean, I'm not saying women ain't shit. I'm just saying they're not strong as dudes. So we think the way we think because we're programmed to think this way. But the way they're programming us now, women are just as viable as dudes are in any situation except a situation that takes a man. Otherwise, women can live, let's say, 86 pounds. And what you got laying on you weighs 92 pounds. Now, you going to be letting this bitch try to lift this up, and she try to lift it and then can't lift it and drop it back down on your ass? Or are you going to let a motherfucker that can easily lift 110 pounds lift this 86-pound shit up off your ass? I'm just saying, it's just like that. That's the way it is. That's life. You feel me?
Rosebud.
Yo.
Yeah, I feel you. So in essence, you saying that I was just thinking as you were talking, if you know, dealing with the women nowadays, do you have a different way in which you deal with them today than you did when you was, out there, in the game?
That's what's so dope about me. But no, I don't have any difference. I don't care nothing about today's thoughts. I don't care nothing about shit. I care about men and women. Otherwise, men do this, women do that. Same shit I was doing in the early 70s, 71, 72. Same shit right now, which is why I think I'm dope, because I know shit don't change. Times change. Shit don't change. The way to catch a bitch, what's attractive to a bitch, don't change. I mean, of course, let's say a luxury back in the day was a horse, and you got a horse, yeah. And today, luxuries are diamonds and gems and all that shit, and you got that shit, yeah. But who gives a fuck? Because back in the day when you didn't have a horse, you still had to catch a bitch. It's that simple, man. I'm putting you back in, bro. 313, what's up with you?
Hey, what's up, Rosebud?
Nothing, man. What's happening with you?
Shit, I'm just chilling, modulating what you speaking on, man. I had a comment, man, when you was talking about where the game changed at. It really changed from them having groups. They used to perform together and then went to one singular man, and then from that singular man, you try to reveal his life with the rapper, but he didn't have a family life or a home life. He just had a on-the-road life. So you got the people that's mimicking that, and that's what the programming is, I feel like, And you kind of brought me to that realization.
When it comes to media, that may be where the programming is, but programming is far past media. Programming it has gone to the norms. Otherwise, no matter where you from, the hood or Beverly Hills or whatever rich district in your area, you know that to be a gentleman, you open the door for women, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but have you ever been in a situation where the woman opens the door for you?
Yeah, personally, yeah. Yeah, I get that a lot.
Okay, now, do you feel funny in that situation?
No, I feel like the man, because, I don't know, I had read somewhere that was, real cool for a chick to open the door for a man, so.
So you didn't feel nothing funny?
No, nope.
The average person, average dude would. But you're enlightened because there's nothing wrong with a woman opening the door for you, especially when you in today's thought process about men and women are equal. Well, if that's the case,
right.
A woman could open the door for me, pull the seat out for me, take my jacket, sit, hang my shit up. But see, the average person, even though they believe men and women are equal, they don't go that far. They don't say that the woman should pull the chair out for you. Or the
they don't
woman
say the man can, stay at home and the woman work, If it was to work out better for your family, they would never mention that, though.
Well, I'm just saying it's a lot of different shit. Hey, you got anything else, man? Because I'm going to put you back
No,
in.
that's it, man. I know you want to jump out.
Hey, listen, you guys. I love my show. I love both of them. and they're getting better. It's going to take maybe another year. But in the end, what's going to happen is I'm just going to come on and your ass is going to be asking me all kind of shit. Sean, you motherfucker, I got to see you. What's up, man?
What's going on, Rosebud?
Nothing. What's happening with you?
Real quick before you close the show, all y'all callers who was calling in with those Thursday questions, make sure y'all call on Thursday. It'll make a better show. You know, say what's on your mind so you could do the same thing that happened tonight. You could do it on a Thursday show.
For sure, Sean. Love your motherfucking
right.
ass, man.
Love you too, big brother.
Hey, you guys, I'm out. But before I go, I just want to say, don't stop asking these questions. The questions make the whole fucking show. Not the shit I talk. Your questions. I'm out.